Hello. Hello, everyone. We'll start in 3 minutes. Please be seated.
All rise. Hats and jackets. Flag face. Right hand salute. Color guard advance. Color guard halt. Color guard post the colors. Color guard, honor your flag. Please say with me the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2.
Hello, everyone. Our honor and color guard today are Troop 46 Eagle Scout Patrick Dorr and Troop 46 Life Scouts Ethan Matthew and John Lawler. Thank you, gentlemen. Please remain standing for the invocation.
On behalf of Harlingen Church, we'd like to welcome you all, and we're glad to be able to host this event with you today. If you give me just a moment, in true Boy Scout fashion, we need to start with a quick safety brief. So in the case of an emergency, and fortunately we've never had to have one, there are 3 exits to the back. You can go out this way, you can go left or right down the stairs. just to exit the building in the case. Gathering place is across the street over at Dr. Pecora's office, so everybody knows where we're going. It's out this side. If you need to use the restrooms, they're out through this door to your right. There is an automated chair there if you need that as well. With that being said, let us pray. Mighty Lord, as we come before you this afternoon, we recognize how we have been created with purpose and with will. Many people struggle to discover what these are in their lives, but we gather today to thank you for the years of work done by these 4 young men who have realized and accepted the challenge of being different from so many others. These 4 men have not only realized their purpose is to become a leader and a difference maker, and have embraced that will to accept that challenge. Therefore, as we gather this afternoon, we ask for your blessings on their new role as Eagle Scouts. Bless this time together, and bless these new Scouts as they accept the mantle they will carry with them for the duration of their lives. It is in your name that we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Heidkamp. Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Lakshmi Kanuri, and I am the Assistant Scoutmaster in Troop 46. I welcome you all to this Eagle Scout Code of Honor. Today we recognize 4 Scouts who have achieved the highest ranking in Scouting: Matthew Sipos, Gabriel Romeyer, Daniel Kopp, and Bruce Allen. Thank you for coming to celebrate their success. Troop 46 is one of the largest troops in New Jersey, and since being established in 1936, we have had 215 Scouts earn the rank of Eagle. Their names are listed in today's program and are on the plaques near the entrance. The path to Eagle is earned through a challenging advancement program, and only a small percentage of all Scouts achieve this honor. We are fortunate to have dedicated leaders who worked long and faithfully with our Scouts to help them develop character, build citizenship, and promote mental and physical fitness through the Scouting program. However, we also recognize this success requires the steadfast support of family and others in the community. Will all Scouts please join me in a round of applause to thank your parents and also those who support our Scouting program. We'll do the Eagle Scout rededication. Eagle Scouts, please stand at your seats. Scouts, you will now rededicate yourselves to the principles of Scouting. Face this audience of fellow Scouts, families, community members, and friends. With them as your witness, please give the Scout sign and repeat the Scout oath. Thank you, Scouts. Please be seated. I'll give a brief description on Trail to Eagle, how they went through this. The path to Eagle can be described as a steep trail. It starts with the Scout rank, continues through tenderfoot, second class, and first class ranks. Then the real climbing begins with merit badges, leadership responsibilities, and service projects through the Star and Life ranks until the Scout finally earns Eagle. Scouts, think back to when you first joined Boy Scouts, how small you felt, how you struggled to recite the Scout oath and Scout law, your initial overnight camping trips, and your first visits to Yagoo for an entire week away from home at summer camp. Many Scouts start off determined, only to become discouraged or distracted. You continued through the increasingly challenging ranks, even if some of your friends did not. You took on more responsibility with leadership positions, such as senior patrol leader, assistant patrol leader, troop guide, new Scout instructor, and troop scribe. Some of you were elected by your peers to the Order of the Arrow Boy Scouts Honor Society. You broadened your experience and knowledge, participating in high-adventure trips like Philmont, Florida Sea Base, and completing numerous merit badges. And you gave back to your community through service projects. Combined, your Eagle projects totaled 554 hours of service, the equivalent of 14 40-hour work weeks. And now you are standing at the summit of the trail, which is only achieved by about 6% of the scouts. You have taken the scout oath and law and embodied them within your character. They guide and direct you. We applaud you for being a leader, respected by your peers and adult leaders, and we welcome you. I would like to invite everyone here who has earned the rank of Eagle Scout to please stand. You understand that being an Eagle Scout means much more than just the pin and badge that an Eagle Scout receives. I ask everyone to join me in recognizing the accomplishment and character of all Eagle Scouts with a round of applause. Thank you for coming today to honor our new Eagle Scouts. You may be seated. We'll start the ceremony now. Our first scout today will be Matthew Cyprus. Matthew Cyprus, please escort your parents to the stage. Okay, watch the step. Matt, please stand, introduce yourself, and briefly describe your Eagle project, including the benefiting organization.
So hi, I'm Matt Cypos. I'm currently a senior at the Hunt School of Princeton. And for my project, I worked with Larry Koplik and the Shade Tree Committee to create an informational kiosk at the Montgomery Arboretum. The kiosk has information about trees in the surrounding area and includes a cross-section that is about 2 to 3 feet wide inside the case. It is a great place for people to see and walk through the park to learn about new trees around them.
Thank you, Matt. Please remain standing. Now we'll do the Eagle Scout charge. The Eagle Scout charge is an important part of any Eagle Code of Honor. Matt has selected his father, the Troop 46 Assistant Scoutmaster Frank Cypos, father of an Eagle Scout and a Girl Scout Gold Award recipient, to deliver his Eagle Scout charge. Mr. Cypos, please come to the podium, face your son, and deliver the Eagle Scout charge.
Matt, please stand in the center of the stage and face me. You are. It is my honor to give you the Eagle Scout charge on your elevation to the highest award in scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most meaningful and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged as worthy of the elevation to Eagle Scout. All who know you rejoice in your achievements. Your position, as you well know, is one of great honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you assume the solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, and your fellow Scouts, and to all mankind. This is truly a significant undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to all Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift every task you do to the highest level of service to God and all people. Your conduct along the trail of the Eagle has been excellent, but one more thing is important: your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and all people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. Matt, the torch you carry is not only yours, but is also ours.
Thank you, Mr. Cypos. Eagle Scout and parents, please stand. I now invite Troop 46 Eagle coach, Mr. Robert Thompson, to facilitate the award ceremony.
Matthew Sipos, by the authority vested in me, by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you as an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken and the significance of your achievements remain with you always. So no one could ever know all the acts of care and self-sacrifice from the parents of this Eagle Scout, nor the advice and guidance they have provided along the trail to Eagle. Your mother will now present you with the Eagle Award. We did practice this. As a symbol of your mother's support, please present her with a miniature eagle pin. Your father will now present the Eagle Scout certificate. As a symbol of your father's support, please present him with a miniature eagle pin. Congratulations, Eagle Scout Matthew Sipos and parents. You may be seated. I now invite Larry Koplik from the Montgomery Shade Tree Committee, Matt's project sponsor, to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you all. It's a great honor to be here for Matt. Congratulations, Matt, and to your parents. I'm chair of Montgomery Township Shade Tree Committee, and we came up with this idea for a kiosk for the Arboretum. The Arboretum is right next to Montgomery Park, as you know, and it's a real gem and jewel for Montgomery Township that is not as well known or utilized as some of our other parks. So we're pleased to have this kiosk, which will, I know I've seen a lot of people looking at it. It's adding to the interest and education of the public at the Arboretum. This was a very complex project. I've dealt with a lot of other Eagle Scouts over the years, particularly back when I was involved with the 1860 house, and this is one of the more complex ones. You know, it involved not just the construction, but there was the cross-section of the tree trunk, the rings, getting that treated so it's preserved, coming up with all the language about the rings and the history, and getting that all figured out so it looks good on in the display case. And Matt was just great working with this throughout. He took all of our suggestions. We made a lot of changes. He was just very, very patient with that, and it worked out just beautifully. And you know, there were other subtleties. We had to deal with issues of the weather stripping because we want this to last. And at all turns, Matt was there to get it done right. So
Congratulations again, and thank you for adding that to Montgomery.
Thank you very much, Mr. Koplik. Eagle Scout Sipos, please stand and offer your personal comments.
So I want to start off by thanking my sponsor that was always there for me and being a great help throughout the whole project. I also want to thank my friends and fellow scouts for coming out and being a huge help in constructing this massive kiosk that we made. And I also want to thank my family for guiding me through this entire journey. Without them, none of this would be possible. And then throughout my scouting journey, I've experienced a lot, whether it was Philmont or the weekly meetings we had at night. It all started when I was a little Tiger Scout. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I've never looked back since. Each camp out put me out of my comfort zone, whether that was enhancing my cooking skills or learning how to make fire. My favorite memory is my Philmont High Adventure trip, spending days in the woods with little to no contact out to the outside world. It was a once-in-a-lifetime experience that I would never take back. Finally, to all the younger scouts, I want to tell you to go for it. This award is something that will never go away from you and will be with you for the rest of your life. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, Eagle Scout Matthew Sipos. Please escort your family back to their seats.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Okay, now we will facilitate Gabe Romaya. Gabriel, please escort your parents to the stage. Gabriel, please stand, introduce yourself, and briefly describe your Eagle project, including the beneficiaries.
So, hi, my name is Gabe Romeyer, and I'm currently a senior at Montgomery High School. So, my project beneficiary was here at Harlingen Church, and for my project, I converted an empty, unused classroom in the basement of the church into a Sunday school room and meeting room. We did this by painting the room, adding Bible-themed decorations, mounting a television, building a shelf, and cleaning out a storage closet next to the room just for additional storage space.
Thank you, Gabe. Please remain standing. We'll do the Eagle Scout charge. The Eagle Scout charge is an important part of any Eagle Code of Honor. Gabe has selected his father, Paul Romeyer, father of 2 Eagle Scouts, to deliver his Eagle Scout charge. Mr. Romeyer, please come to the podium, face your son, and deliver the Eagle Scout charge.
Gabriel, please stand at the center of the stage and face me. It is my honor to give you the Eagle Scout charge on your elevation to the highest award in scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most meaningful and significant movements in the world's history. You've been judged as being worthy of the elevation to Eagle Scout. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of great honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you assume a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to all mankind. This is truly a significant undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to all Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children, but these good things depend for the most part on the quality of her citizens. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift every task you do to the highest level of service to God and all people. Your conduct along the trail to Eagle has been excellent, but one more thing is important, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. Gabriel, the torch you carry is not only yours, but is also ours.
Thank you, Mr. Romeyer. Eagle Scout and parents, please stand. I now invite Troop 46 committee member and Eagle coach, Mr. Robert Thompson, to facilitate the award ceremony.
Gabriel Romeyer, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken and the significance of your achievements remain with you always. No one could ever know all the acts of care and self-sacrifice from the parents of the Eagle Scout, nor the advice and guidance they have provided along the trail to Eagle. Now your mother will present you with the Eagle Award. As a symbol of your mother's support, please present her with the miniature eagle pin. Your father will now present the Eagle Scout certificate. As a symbol of your father's support, please present him with the miniature eagle pin. Congratulations, Eagle Scout Gabriel Romeyer and parents. You may be seated. I now invite Reverend Christopher Heitkamp, Gabe's project sponsor, to say a few words.
On behalf of Harlingen Church, I wish to extend our congratulations to Gabe and to all the other Scouts for this amazing accomplishment. As an Eagle Scout myself, I can appreciate all you've done to reach this milestone. And I pray that all of you embrace this moment, not as an achievement or an honor to add to college applications, but that you embrace this as a brotherhood of Eagle Scouts, a fraternity of leadership and encouragement that is to be carried on throughout your life. Gabe, you came to me some time ago with a desire to honor this church by having us be the recipient of your Eagle Scout project. You had a thought, and through the tutelage of Mrs. Battaglino, you developed a plan to take a vacant room and turn it into a classroom. This was not just a classroom cleaned up, but upgraded with the necessities to provide the comfort and the resources that any classroom in the 21st century could expect. For that, we give you thanks. And as I stand here today, I don't think you recognize the significance of the coat of paint that you put into the room, the organization of the storage closet, the hanging of a television, and the creation of some pretty cool seats for the kids of this church. When said like that, it doesn't sound like an overly difficult project. We know better. And I don't mean to downplay it by any means. What I would like to share with you and with everyone else here today is the impact of your project. For leaders often see what they've done but miss the deeper significance, the real benefits of their labors. Gabe, you took a room and cleaned it up. Nice job. Okay, I'm being a little facetious with that simplicity, obviously. Maybe I should say, Gabe, you took a room and inspired a congregation. Yes, the people of this church may be a little bit older, and yes, they can be set in their ways at times, but they want to embrace change they can see, and whether it is for themselves or for this community. You took a classroom that was bland, non-inspiring, out of date in resources, and made it something that this church can visually see as a means to difference. Your project helped move these people to see that a little bit of hard work can make things look completely different. Had any of you visited this church 6 months ago, the hall through these doors behind me was badly in need of some tender, loving care. Gabe, the work of your project showed what a little care can do for the aesthetics of a community. Your project has moved these people to see that technology is a good thing. With the simple addition of a 4G television and some basic equipment, your project provided resources to a classroom for groups of all ages. Whether it be television access to the internet for research, for video discussions, or for entertainment, your project has become the model of what we're looking towards in all of the classrooms within the church. It has inspired the church leadership to add some of the upgrades to the rest of this church, allowing us to stream this event this afternoon, as well as services and to host events of various types in our hall, including our first family movie night coming up in a few weeks. Your project has moved these people to see that collaboration makes for easier work. The adage, many hands make light work, is so true and witnessed in your project, as you had many of your friends come out to paint, make signs, assist in your project in many different ways. And all of this in a very small space. We've witnessed this, and we recognize that if young people like you can do this, maybe we should as well. It is easy to forget the ease of working together and the fun that can be had while doing so. Gabe, the work you have done is greatly appreciated, but more importantly, the inspiration you have offered is even more profound. You are now an Eagle Scout. This means you are a leader, a change maker, one who is to persuade and inspire others for good. Not just now, but for the duration of your life. Embrace this and know that your church is proud of you and thanks you. We stand beside you in all you endeavor.
And by the way, his project was done in the heat of the initial COVID rollout, so he had a lot of challenges. So good job, Gabriel. So thank you, Eagle Scout Gabriel Romeyer. Please escort your family back to their seats. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Eagle Scout Romeyer, please offer your personal comments. How could I forget?
I first joined scouting as a Cub Scout, and the experiences I had there and the friendships I made joining Boy Scouts one of the easiest decisions I've had to make. I joined Troop 46 and instantly felt welcomed. In my new Scout year, I learned so much about what scouting was and what it meant to be a Scout. With two brothers who had already attained the rank of Eagle, I knew plenty about the process and understood it was the highest rank, and it became a long-term goal that I wanted to achieve. I was also lucky enough to have a great group of Scouts in my grade, all who wanted to become Eagle Scouts, and they were a big part of my motivation to climb the ranks. After years of going on campouts and earning merit badges, I was ready for my project, and that last part of my Eagle journey became one of my biggest challenges. Only through the constant support of my family, friends, Scouts, and Scout leaders was I able to push through and complete it. I'd like to thank my fellow Scouts, the older Scouts, for showing me what scouting was about, my peers for helping me along the way, and younger Scouts for helping show me how important leadership is in scouting. I'd like to thank all my Scout Masters and Assistant Scout Masters for being there with any issues I had, my Eagle Coach, Mr. Thompson, for always being on me to get things done. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family for supporting me through the process, my brothers for being great role models for me and what it meant to be an Eagle Scout, and my parents for encouraging me to do scouting in the first place, and supporting me and helping me in this process and in my life. Looking back at my scouting journey, I'm happy to say I have no regrets. Every badge, camp out, and trailer cleanup was worth it, and it helped shape me to be who I am today. My scouting experience was not only a fun part of my life, but a meaningful one as well. And I will carry these moments with me throughout my life.
Now, thank you, Eagle Scout Gabriel Romeyer. Please escort your family back to their seats.
Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Okay, now we'll do our third scout for today, Daniel Cobb. Daniel Cobb, please escort your parents to the stage. Daniel, please stand, introduce yourself, and briefly describe your Eagle project and the beneficiaries.
My name is Daniel Cobb, and in the summer of when I was going from 5th to 6th grade, I maintained a garden in a courtyard in Lower Hill School, in my school district. By the time I was a sophomore in high school, this garden had deteriorated and was non-functional at this point. And I wanted to make sure that future students could afford this opportunity just as I had. So my Eagle project was to fix up this courtyard and to allow for future students to use it just as I had. That's my Eagle project.
Thank you, Daniel. Please remain standing. Do the Eagle Scout charge. The Eagle Scout charge is an important part of any Eagle Code of Honor. Daniel has selected his father, Eric Cobb, father of Eagle Scout, to deliver his Eagle Scout charge. Mr. Cobb, please come to the podium, face your son, and deliver the Eagle Scout charge.
Daniel, please stand in the center of the stage and face me. It is my honor to give you the Eagle Scout charge on your elevation to the highest award in scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most meaningful and significant movements in the world's history. You have been judged as being worthy of the elevation to Eagle Scout. All who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of great honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you assume a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to all mankind. This is truly a significant undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself and to all Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift every task you do to the highest level of service to God and all people. Your conduct along the trail to Eagle has been excellent. One more thing is important: your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. Daniel, the torch you carry is not only yours, but is also ours.
Thank you, Mr. Cobb. Eagle Scout and parents, please stand. I now invite Troop 46 Eagle Coach and Committee Chair, Mrs. Kathy Lawler, to facilitate the award ceremony.
Daniel Cobb. By the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken and the significance of your achievement remain with you always. No one could ever know all the acts of care and self-sacrifice from the parents of this Eagle Scout, nor the advice and guidance they have provided along the trail to Eagle. Your mother will present you with your Eagle Award. As a symbol of your mother's support, please present her with a miniature eagle pin. Your father will present the Eagle Scout certificate. As a symbol of your father's support, please present him with a miniature eagle pin. Congratulations, Eagle Scout Daniel Kopp and parents. You can be seated. I now invite Mrs. Georgiana Kachura, retired vice principal, Lower Middle School, and also Daniel's project sponsor, to say a few words.
Wow. Finally. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon. My name is Georgiana Kachura, and I was the assistant principal at Montgomery Lower Middle School when Daniel did his Eagle project. Since then, I've retired, but the work that Daniel and his crew did for his Eagle project is still there and thriving. As many of you know, the Eagle projects don't happen overnight. You don't wake up one day and say, I'm going to get my Eagle Award. I'll start tomorrow. Well, as Dan and all the other Eagle Scouts know, it does not happen that way. There are a series of conversations, plans, and scheduling that need to happen before you actually begin the project. And here's Daniel's journey as I witnessed it. Daniel started his journey in August 2018. At that time, he was sorting through ideas of what he could do to help LMS. Mr. Gebhardt, Mr. Richards, and I suggested that he work on the school garden. The walls of the boxes were falling off, as Daniel described, and the soil was overflowing the walls and had rotted through. So Mr. Gebhardt and the 5th grade science teachers really wanted to keep the garden going, but it needed some serious redesigning and work. In December 2018, Dan came to the rescue and accepted the challenge. Dan made some serious design changes to the boxes. He and Mr. Gebhardt spoke about the requirements requirements of what Dan needed to do to build the boxes. The work of planning didn't only include bringing in some scouts in and start building boxes, but they also needed to get into the building. You see, our garden is in the middle of the building, so you have to walk through the building to get into it. And the scouts needed adults to supervise, but they also needed a custodian in the building when they were there. So then Dan had to work out his schedule to work around the building availability And, oh, let's not forget, there was a robotics competition. And there was also SATs. Dan and his crew worked from March and through early May, and he and his crew kept to the schedule he had developed. After several hard weeks of working after school, weekends, and breaks, only when the custodian was around, the garden was completed. The final sign-off was later in the summer, at least a year after our first conversation. Thanks to Dan's Eagle project, the students at LMS and the extended school year kids, and those are our special needs kids who have an opportunity to work in our school and come visit our school to work in the garden, had an opportunity to work the soil, watch plants grow from seeds to vegetable-producing plants. Mr. Gebhardt and the other 5th grade science teachers used the garden to teach students how plants grow. In the summer, Mr. Gebhardt also invites students to come to the garden to tend to the plants. For their efforts and labor, they get to take home some fresh organic garden vegetables. Dan, for many of our students, for many of our students, tending to an organic garden is not something they can do in their own homes. Many live in apartments now, which we now have in our beautiful community. But you have made it possible to continue students to have this opportunity. And with that, we're very thankful. Thank you for all your hard work and perseverance to earn your Eagle Award. It was an honor to be part of your Eagle project and this ceremony. On behalf of Mr. Richards, Mr. Gebhardt, Ms. Romano, our current LMS assistant principal, all of LMS, and myself, we wish you the very, very best. And to all you other Eagle Scouts, I wish you all the very best as well, and congratulations as you go forward. Eagle soar. Do it.
Thank you very much. Eagle Scout Cop, please stand and offer your personal comments.
So when I started Scouts back in 1st grade, I joined for 2 reasons. One was because my brother did it, and the other was because my parents told me I had to. However, as I continued through Scouting, these points became less and less important as I found friends, learned important values, and developed a passion for the unknown. As I continued, I started to work on my merit badges. Now, in order to get Eagle Scout, you have to earn 21 merit badges. Frankly, some of them are a little boring, but despite the appearance of some being mundane, some have the potential to set you up for a path in life. In 6th grade, I went to a merit badge fair, which I thought would be rather uneventful, and this merit badge had the matching uneventful name of the Radio Merit Badge. I found it to be amazing, actually, because they had brought drones, vacuum tubes for logic circuits, and a lot of other electronics. And this was amazing to me, and I wanted to learn more about it after I got back home. And so I took to the internet, and that set me on a path to become a computer scientist. And that is what I want to do now. And all of this is possible because I went to this Radio Merit Badge. So to all those younger scouts, I want you to remember that despite your initial reservations about something, you should always have an open mind, and you never know what you're going to expect. And I wanted to thank all those who helped me in my journey, and I wanted to start with my parents and my family, as you've always been there to support me. And I wanted to thank Ms. Katura for being so flexible and helping me to work around my schedule. And I wanted to thank Mr. Gebhardt, who worked with me and advised me on how to build my boxes for my project. And I wanted to thank my Eagle advisor, Mr. Terrell, for answering a lot of my questions.
Thank you, Eagle Scout Daniel Kopp. You can please escort your family back to your seats. Very nice.
Thank you, Ms. Lala. We'll facilitate Bruce Allen. Bruce Allen, please escort your parents to the stage. Bruce, please stand, introduce yourself and briefly describe your Eagle project and the beneficiaries.
Hello, I am Bruce Drummond Allen. First off, I would like to thank you all for attending this very special scouting event. My Eagle Scout project involved repair of the stone columns and gates over at Blomberg Cemetery. Once the posts were restored, the gates were installed as a part of the fence. My project was only completed because of the dedication of many scouts and adults who helped me on this project. I would also like to give a special thanks to my beneficiary, Mr. Eric Perkins, who was also very helpful and kind throughout the whole entire project.
Thank you, Bruce. Please remain standing. We'll do the Eagle Scout charge. The Eagle Scout charge is an important part of any Eagle Code of Honor. Bruce has selected his grandmother, Nancy Allen, to deliver his Eagle Scout charge. Mrs. Allen, please come to the podium, face your grandson, and deliver the Eagle Scout charge.
Bruce Allen, please stand in the center of the stage and face me. It is my honor to give you the Eagle Scout charge on your elevation to the highest award in scouting. The Scouts of all nations constitute one of the most meaningful and significant movements in the world. You have been judged to be worthy of the elevation to Eagle Scout. And all who know you rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of great honor and responsibility. As an Eagle Scout, you assume a solemn obligation to do your duty to God, to country, to your fellow Scouts, and to all mankind. This is truly a significant undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you are being honored. You bring honor to yourself and to all Scouts. America has many good things to give you and your children, but these good things depend, for the most part, on the quality of her citizens. I charge you to undertake your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift every task you do to the highest level of service to God and all people. Your conduct along the trail to Eagle has been excellent. But one more thing is important, your future. As an Eagle Scout, you become a guide to other Scouts. You become an example in your community. Your actions are now a little more conspicuous, and people will expect more of you. To falter in your responsibility would reflect not only on you, but on your fellow Eagles and all of Scouting. Bruce Allen, the torch you carry is not only yours, but is ours also.
Thank you, Mrs. Allen. Eagle Scout and parents, please stand. I now invite Troop 46 Eagle Coach and Committee Chair Mrs. Kathy Lawler back up to the podium to facilitate the award ceremony.
Bruce Allen, by the authority vested in me by the National Court of Honor of the Boy Scouts of America, it is my privilege and pleasure to pronounce you an Eagle Scout. May the oath you have taken and the significance of your achievement remain with you always. No one could ever know all the acts of care and self-sacrifice from the parents of this Eagle Scout, nor the advice and guidance they have provided along the trail to Eagle. Your mother will present you with your Eagle Award. As a symbol of your mother's support, please present her with a miniature eagle pin. Your father will present the Eagle Scout certificate. As a symbol of your father's support, please present him with a miniature eagle pin. Congratulations, Eagle Scout Bruce Allen and family. You may be seated, except for Bruce. Sorry, back up again. Eagle Scout Allen, please stand and offer your personal comments.
All right. My path to scouting started as a child, asking what my father did when he was my age. I found something interesting. It was called scouting. I kind of don't remember when I had a reason for joining, but I first started out in Cub Scouts, where I understood how hard it was to work with other scouts. Mostly because sometimes we're all stubborn. Well, I was one of them too. So, but gradually we learned to work together to achieve various goals of different nature. When I started Boy Scouts, I was a year younger than everyone else, but that didn't mean anything at all. My new scout patrol was named the Newbie Doors. Of course. We nearly got first place in a competition in our troop called the cooking competition. A lot of things happen, is what I have to say. My second year, I joined Happy Patrol, which I got my first leadership experience pretty much the same year as an assistant patrol leader. A couple of years will go by and I have become possibly a key piece of the troop as a troop guide, teaching younger kids how to lead lives in scouting. Well, just a side note for any younger scout that's currently working on getting Eagle or any rank inside of scouting, actively show your interest in any leadership position that you have an interest in. You will have a higher chance of getting that position than if you just wait around and wait for it to happen. As my path got clearer and clearer towards my Eagle, I realized it only happened because of the people who wanted me to experience it. For that reason, I would like to thank my father and mother for their continued support enduring my poor issues of procrastination. My brother, who put countless hours into my project. I'd also like to recognize those who encouraged me while I was in high school. Thank you, Mr. Krause. I would also like to thank my troop Eagle advisor, Mr. Shirelli, for his patience and wise advices in my pursuit for Eagle. I would also like to thank all the troop leadership. That includes scoutmasters, committee members, assistant scoutmasters, including scout leadership as well. I may have possibly annoyed a lot of the scout leadership in my years of being a troop guy. That may have happened. I would also like to thank again Mr. Eric Perkins for his support with letting me help a community that couldn't really pay for repairing a fence. I would also like to thank all the friends of mine in scouting and not even being in scouting too, for their continued support, whether it not be to something as so simple as just saying hello or opening a door for someone else. And I finally come to the last part of it. I'd like to thank all my family members, aunts, uncles, grandparents, cousins, from both sides of both the Drummond and Allen side of the family. I would also like to thank all of you for coming here today, even if this event had to happen during a pandemic. Thank you.
Thank you, Eagle Scout Bruce Allen. Please escort your family back to your seats.
Okay, now we'll do the awards and speeches. The title of Eagle Scout has always held a place of honor in our society. As an indication of this widespread recognition, some special guests have joined us to say a few words. At this time, I would like to introduce Montgomery Township Mayor, Ms. Deborah Keenan, to say a few words. Welcome, Ms. Keenan.
Thank you. In my usual style, I will be very brief. I want to let you know that this is one of my favorite ceremonies to come to. As the mayor, you often have to do some, I would say, be there for tragedies, and you have to be there at times of need. But this one is a time that really gives me energy and fulfills me as well, to see the commitment to the families, to your children, from your children to your families, and for the community. It really is very, very heartwarming. And these 4 projects are terrific. As someone who is very, very interested in history, the repairing of the entrance of the historic Blauenberg Cemetery is wonderful. I drove by it once and was like, oh, look at that. It looks terrific now, so nice job. The raised garden boxes, Daniel, I am a gardener and I do appreciate those very much. The new Sunday school, a place for people, for children to gather, a place for people to meet, is wonderful for the community. And that is the liaison to the Shade Tree Committee. I'm very, very excited about this kiosk at the Arboretum. The Arboretum is really a unexplored gem within the community, and this really does an honor to the community and to this Arboretum. It's terrific, so I'm very excited. And as a former archaeologist who had to study trees and dendrochronology, this is an important, this crosscut you did of the tree is actually very, very interesting and is a wonderful way of aging things as well. So I want to thank you all, and I'm very, very honored to be in your presence. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Keenan. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Larry Lepowski from the Marine Corps to say a few words. Welcome, Larry.
Good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, scouts, guests. Along with being with the Marine Corps League, which is an organization for Marines, active, reserve, or such as myself and Pastor Heitkamp, formerly active. Those of you who are not familiar with it, don't worry, the Marine Corps is not enlisting 60-plus-year-old blind men. I thank you all for being here, and I thank Mr. Guinness for reaching out to me about this. I have a special place in my heart for Troop 46. If you look down the list of 8 former Eagle Scouts of Troop 46, you'll see the names Jacob and Joshua Lepowski. My 2 sons are Eagle Scouts from this troop, and I was an assistant scoutmaster with the troop. As a member of the Marine Corps League Department of New Jersey Scouting Committee, I have had the privilege of traveling mostly Central Jersey and making presentations for Eagle Scouts. Unfortunately, over the last year and a half, this is the first one I've been able to attend, or should I say that they've had in person. It is good to be doing this again. Now, Eagles, being an Eagle Scout, you share certain things with the Marine Corps. As Eagles, as Boy Scouts, you have a motto, be prepared. As Marines, some folks may have heard this before. Our motto is Semper Fidelis. You may have heard people greet each other as those that were standing at the back of the church when I arrived. Pastor Heitkamp greeted me with Semper Fi, short for Semper Fidelis, always faithful. As Marines, we are trained, the greatest sin we can commit is to break faith with that. For the Marines, it's faithful to God, country, and Corps. Well, Scouts, your greatest sin would be to break faith with your Eagle Scout. People look to you as leaders and examples. So keep that in mind. As a member of the Marine Corps League Department of New Jersey, I have the privilege of giving the Scouts a Good Citizenship Award, along with a patch that is authorized by the Boy Scouts of America to be worn on the uniform, as well as a challenge coin. because of the pandemic, I am just holding this up and not presenting it to each scout. I will give it to Mr. Geddes afterwards to put it in the correct pouch for you scouts. Again, scouts, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Lepowski. In addition to the special guests who have graciously joined us today, our new Eagle Scouts have received congratulatory letters and citations from various individuals and organizations. Some of them are like Montgomery Township Board of Education, Montgomery High School, Boy Scouts of America, National Eagle Scout Association, Governor of New Jersey, New Jersey State Assembly, Somerset County Commissioners, Marine Corps League, various branches of U.S. military, United States Senate, and United States Congress. Congratulatory letters from additional state and federal elected officials are expected to arrive in due course. Each Eagle Scout will receive a binder containing their letters and citations. On behalf of the Eagle Scouts, I would like to sincerely thank Mrs. Janet Perkis for requesting and compiling this information. I also thank Mr. Don Geddes for helping me to organize this event and also transitioning this event to me. I now invite our Scoutmaster, Mr. Michael Babler, to share comments about the significance of the Eagle Badge and deliver the Eagle Scout Challenge.
Good afternoon. The presentation of the Eagle Scout Award is an occasion for pride and joy, as well as a time for reflection. Becoming an Eagle Scout is a great accomplishment. Being an Eagle Scout is a great responsibility. Your foremost responsibility is to live with honor. To be an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of character. You know that a Scout is trustworthy is the first point of the Scout law, for a good reason. People will look to you to set an example and will follow the example you set. May the white of the Eagle Badge remind you always to live with honor. Your second obligation is loyalty. A Scout is true to family, friends, community, and the nation. You demonstrate loyalty by pitching in and carrying your share of the load. You must also be loyal to your ideals and not let others sway you from your course. Let the blue of the Eagle Badge remind you always to inspire loyalty. Your third obligation is to be courageous. Stepping into your new role as a leader, you will face many challenges and obstacles. You must have the courage to face uncertainty and do what is right, no matter what other people say or do. Let the red of the Eagle Badge remind you always of courage. Your fourth obligation is to serve others. For a leader is, above all, a servant. An eagle stands as a protector of the weak and the helpless. An eagle aids and comforts the less fortunate and the oppressed. An eagle upholds the rights of others while defending their own. Always be prepared to put forth your best, knowing that only in giving of yourself do you give anything of value. Let the scroll of the Eagle Badge remind you of service, and the knot remind you to cheerfully do a good turn daily. And your final obligation is to have vision. As a leader, you must blaze your own trail. Just as an eagle soaring in the sky can look far in the distance, an Eagle Scout must look far into the future. Only with vision will you be prepared to lead people the right way. Let the silver eagle hanging from your badge inspire your vision. These then are the obligations of the Eagle Scout: honor, loyalty, courage, service, and vision. You are deserving of much credit in having achieved Scouting's highest award. However, wear your award with humility and strive to obtain that which is the highest and noblest in life. May the Scout Oath and the Scout Law be your guide. The Scouts of Troop 46 we'd like to present you with the following gifts to the new Scouts. So first off is a flag flown over the U.S. Capitol, provided by Congressman Tom Malinowski. A crystal paperweight inscribed with "Once an Eagle, always an Eagle Scout." An eagle neckerchief and slide. An eagle square knot patch to wear on your adult uniform. In addition, each Eagle will receive a 5-year membership to the National Eagle Scout Association.
Thank you, Mr. Babler. I would like to acknowledge the many people who have helped these Eagle Scouts or who have come to honor them today. The Scouts and others who worked on their service projects, the people who wrote letters of recommendation, the individuals and organizations who contributed support and encouragement, especially for the service projects, the Scoutmaster, Assistant Scoutmasters, Committee and Eagle Coaches of Troop 46, and district representatives, the families and friends of and community who have supported them. I want to acknowledge their help to these Eagle Scouts and other Scouts in the troop that are working on their path to Eagle. Finally, I encourage you to read the bios of our Eagle Scouts in today's program. Their young lives are impressive, their accomplishments are significant, and their aspirations are admirable. We'll do the closing. This has indeed been a special occasion. Thank you all for coming out and participating in this wonderful event. Please stand for our closing. And as you stand, let's give our new Eagle Scouts one more round of applause. Before we conclude this Eagle Code of Honor with retirement of the colors, I would ask our new Eagle Scouts to explain how we as a troop close our Scout meetings and events.
So the Scoutmaster's benediction just means that the values of Scouting will be followed with us always, whether it be Scouting-related activity or not. And that's how we say the Scoutmaster's benediction to close the meeting. May the great Scoutmaster of all Scouts visit us with meeting again.
Color Guard, please retire the colors.
Thank you all for coming. And a special thanks to the Harlingen Church for allowing us to use this beautiful space for our special ceremony today. Please feel free to join the families for a brief reception where I encourage you to view the memorabilia tables assembled by each of our new Eagle Scouts. They are wonderful showcases of their scouting lives from Tiger Scout through Eagle. Thank you, everyone.